Those who had been cast down, the demons
were given, in hushed whispers, the secrets of darkest magic.
Is it true the Montilier girl is sweet on the Herald of Andraste?
I hadn't heard. This just gets better and better. Have you ever seen someone so intent on social suicide?
Something yourself, one might say.
Blasphemy!
Monsieur? You have it.
Of course not.
Though the darkness comes upon him.
Something in particular you require?
I see I'm intruding. I'll be on my way.
No, wait. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Wherever they are, they might be working with Corypheus willingly.
I don't expect you to understand. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
At your order. It's good to see you.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Let's speak later.
Farewell. A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of them.
Any visiting?
None in particular. A pleasure.
I wanted to spend some time with just you and me, Josephine.
Why, That sounds lovely. Did you need something?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary any time my old order is involved.
I trust everything is...
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although...
I'll leave you to it.
Interesting story. I was speaking with your ambassador not long ago. Dearest Josephine, I said, how remarkably distracted and flush you seem. Whatever could be the reason. And she dropped her pen. Bravo, Inquisitor.
I should go.
Naturally.
Inquisitor,
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to...
As you were.
Yes,
Age regression. Who is this potion for?
Do you need something, my dear?
Do you think that you and I might someday...
Oh, aren't you precious? Of course not, my dear.
That got a little heated. Are you all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry. Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
We'll talk to this warden friend of Hawk's and draft a plan to kill this Darkspawn.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. It makes me wonder. I thought the wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient...
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it, don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carta to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot. What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
Tell me the truth, Varric. Do you actually think I was sent by Andraste?
Shit. This is going... I guess I do. Either you're guided by the hand of some higher power, or you have the worst luck.
I wouldn't have pegged you as an Andrastian.
It's a great story. It's got heroism, love, betrayal, and... I don't have a nug in this race. It could be bullshit, it could be... But I like the idea that maybe you could save the world with a song.
Let's be realistic.
You've got a point. Look at all the shit that's happened. You were saved from the explosion that leveled them. You traveled through time, faced down one of the ancient magisters who started the blood, single-handedly saved the Orlesian. One of those things would be impossible. All of them together? That's a miracle.
So on the basis of my extraordinarily bad luck, you think I'm Andraste's herald?
If you know the story of Andraste, you know that bad luck is sort of her thing. I can spare some time. What do you need?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
So mortals try to find the Maker, and that becomes blind.
It's just a story to scare children.
Where does it come from?
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
I joined the Inquisition to save the world, regardless of who my people are. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Riala, I hope we can make life better for our leader.
Stop, Carif. It speaks well. Instead of just seeing a pair of pointed.
Greetings, Inquisitor.
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carried, I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade in... If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses. Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
I'd like to know more.
If you have questions, then ask.
I leave you to the guard.
As you like.
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking. Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your...
I'd rather not.
I'll let you...
What is it?
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to... What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
That's enough for now.
As you wish.
Could be better.
Just what I heard.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend. Oh. I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Toss it up. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much... Here, your turn. Oh. Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Qunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of... But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans, they breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horse. Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill their Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all so they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild, order out of chaos. Have another drink. Oh. Nice. To dragons.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Iron Bull said the chargers were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions?
I suspect Haven's quiet by now. Might be worth sending the boys back. We could recover some supply. We could even pick up any stragglers who haven't found Skyhold yet.
Can we talk about the...
Best company off. In my time with... We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
You said something about everything.
Right. Sylvans. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was this.
We'll talk.
She looked through me from the garden. It was worse than staring down a Templar.
A Templar? Please. Picture their thoughts like a single stone rattling around in their helms.
I suppose you're right.
And how much did you need?
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the map?
What masks? Those weren't their faces.
Can you explain?
Yes?
Walk me through.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Sometimes you say things that relate to...
They remember me. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to... Soulless, bright and sad. Observes and accepts. Spirit self, seeing the soul, soulless, but somehow sorrows.
What do you sense?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. War and weariness, blood and battle. And past that, the weight of all, it must be very hard. I hope I help.
It must be...
Why? No. I help. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
If you say so.
For Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Crucifix, right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
We decided the course of a nation. I think it was worthwhile.
Right. Ugh, you know the most important thing I got out of all of that mess? The one thing. Don't sleep with empresses. That's what that was all about. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a whole... That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them.
Could be better.
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
All right, let's hear what you've got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Vershel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through?
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Was this a tip from one of your...
Not a Jenny, just normal angry people. I don't usually hear about things this far away. Bigger ears, I guess. Shut up.
Who's asking for this?
I'm asking because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them, it's their little people. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, get a little... Can't promise anything, but something will happen. Just like always.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
Welcome back.
Demon armies and wardens, and Varric has exactly who we need. The big talker just knows everything.
So you like to have fun. The Inquisitions.
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for...
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head. But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all... So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
You're skilled.
No one. What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Hence? Not like Cullen and his pets.
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Where would I find one in alleyways, anyway?
How about the
Ferelden? All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections?
Nope.
How very canary of you.
What?
Never mind.
Good, right?
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you?
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
And King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
I actually have relatives. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevelyan's can persuade King Marcus we should help both.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Nevara. Yes?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Let's speak later.
Farewell. It's good to see you.
I wanted to spend some time with just you and me, Josephine.
Why, that sounds lovely.
Inquisitor.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death...
I'm sorry.
Sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
I've killed demons before. If I have to kill a few warden mages as well, so be it.
You may have to kill a few, yes. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even to Vinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori, I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. That was in the future,
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
So Corypheus influenced the Warden?
Made them? No. Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an arch. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, poof, no more blights. Ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world. Although I fear history will remember them a little differently now.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once they are the perfect army to fight through the deep or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
Do you really want to see the world fall?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it. Like, the Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god-kings here in the world.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you, in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to act. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah! Kill them!
Take you!
They refused to listen to reason.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Erimund lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk. But they had their reason.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Erimund fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
I guess they didn't want to summon a demon army out in public.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Something like that.
Once we were in our peace with our lives assured.
Of course.
Once we were not afraid of the dark.
Long day.
We all did.
Once we sat in our kingdom with.
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
Who's putting up the reward?
Don't know. Sometimes it's pass the hat. Sometimes it's I lifted this from my... Doesn't matter, does it? Job done. Time to get what we're owed.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah? My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us. Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Quiet yourself. We're here to...
Help? Had enough help. I complain about a fight and suddenly I'm an agent or...
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Lost the bastard.
Hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheathe our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this piss bag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pell. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. You're of noble birth, and as Inquisitor, you are more than a peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quiet. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
I need every advantage. I think we can...
What?
We can come to an arrangement.
But the people he killed.
Regrettable, but a lesson for us both to investigate our targets. Let them live on in...
You're both shitbags.
My people will message yours, Inquisitor. It's good to know our future is in rational...
What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. You made a deal with that pisshead. After everything, you made a deal. What is wrong with you?
I did what I thought was best. It wasn't ideal, and I apologize.
What? Really?
Really.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
I don't want this to get in the way of you staying. I like having you here.
Oh, no, we have too much in common, yeah? Because we both like women? So, right. Not letting you take back the staying part, though. You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts. So we're attacking wardens now. That's pissing great.
Is your network of contacts still active after what happened?
After Lord Arsehole and Vishal? Of course. He may have killed people. You should be one of them. But maybe not. So watch out for that.
We annoyed some noble.
We'd have helped more if you hadn't been so chummy. I don't get what's so hard. Punch a bully people like you. Do it because they asked, or let them think they asked. It's inspiring, even if it sometimes goes tits up and they take a hit back. You know, like Haven.
It must have gone wrong before. How many times have you almost...
What fight were you in? We didn't almost die. Besides...
You would have killed Harmond if I'd let you.
Sure, sometimes I plonk one. But you know what it takes to be a noble? Everyone says. So I slap someone, make them look stupid for just a second. All of a sudden, maybe the servants rebel, whatever. But know what really gets them? Other nobles. They blame the slappee. Their shit's like that. So it's backwards inspiration. Sort of. Still works like yours does.
I get it, kind of. We just don't think of what...
Well, we should take a good hard look at where our people come from. At least my baddies are understandable. No kicking in the sky there.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit? Ready for waiting.
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything the way it should be. The train's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though. Shite.
Corypheus.
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 Sack Splash. I know his name. Doesn't deserve the respect of me saying it, does he?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people. Right, which ones?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
What about Dorian?
He's fun. Could lose a bit more to Vinta.
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
What's your opinion of
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
What do you think about our spy master?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josie. You don't need me going on about your little Josie. And culling. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
We'll talk later.
I pray that it's over for good.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I think the entire world is looking over its shoulder, wondering if the Inquisition's watching.
What do you think of
Josephine's lovely, and craftier than you'd expect. The Inquisition could not have picked a better ambassador.
You must have some...
Madame Vivian only allied with the Inquisition because the most poisonous snakes are often the most beautiful.
We should return to our duty.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I... no longer...
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Months? You didn't think to tell me this sooner?
Has it mattered?
I don't know. Has it?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to... watch me. If If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Thank you for telling me.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
What better way to demoralize the people of Thedas than to corrupt their hero? If Corypheus appears with Templars and Wardens at his side...
Because now is not the time to... The Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
Is there anything...
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
You and the Red Templars' leader seem to have...
When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith led... He was reinstated at the... Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general.
Why do you think Samson joined?
He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last... Perhaps Corypheus flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took.
It sounds like Samson had a miserable...
The Order expelled him, but he had choices. I don't understand how he became so powerful. Even with red lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him.
Go on, then.
That's enough for now.
As you wish.
Make your purchase quickly, please. They say you are disruptive.
Then the Maker said, "To you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame."
All-consuming and never satisfied.
Why, what's this?
You said you wanted to see your original family crest. I found one for you.
I'm astonished. I'd given up hope that any example of the early family crest still existed. It even has our first motto, back from when we had a trading fleet to speak of. From sea to shore, we tame the waves.
We tame the waves?
It means much to have a reminder of that. Thank you. A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any visiting
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen. It's good to see you.
I thought we might go somewhere a little more private for a while.
I have so much to do, but... Oh, let's do. After you.